after the game at the weekend, what's been going on this week? What have you been working on?
Obviously, some of the mistakes that we feel that we got to patch up from last week, consistency factor. Obviously, talking about our start, because the 2 weeks previous we've had very poor first halves. Very hard to put your finger on why, but and certainly making sure we start the game accurate, making sure we get all our set pieces right and so on not giving the opposition that head start and that confidence to build on, which I think we've pretty much done the last 2 games. Really.
There's been plenty of positivity around the place regardless of those 2 away losses. You're still picking up points in those away games. How important is that if you are losing in a game to just get something out of it?
Well, at the end of the day, it's all about accumulating points. It doesn't, and that's what it comes down to at the end. It doesn't really matter how many games you've won or lost, it's how many points you got. So it's important. Obviously, we want to win games. And I think an away win would do so much for our confidence and belief within the squad. And that's where, obviously, losing at Bath and Gloucester was disappointing, because they were games. I'm not saying we should have won, but they're games we certainly could have won. We come away with a bonus point. That's probably better than we would have expected last year, but I think an away win would have done so much for our confidence. Going to Northampton is a daunting task. I don't think we've won there for years really, but I still believe that if we play to our potential, there's no reason why we can't go there and get the win. But if you're not good enough to get a win on the road, you always want to come away with something.
We've been playing some nice attacking rugby, and we have been looking to play. I know you said after the Gloucester game that it was our attack that probably led to their scores as well, which is frustrating for you. How do you approach the Northampton game? You know they're going to be a very physical, strong team. Do you batten down the hatches a little bit? Maybe those offloads, maybe they're not coming in on Friday night?
No, I think you play to your strengths, and our strengths are our flair, some of our strike players, and playing the rugby we know we're capable of. Obviously, defence has to step up, because they've got some real big ball carriers. They've got some real attacking players. We just have to be a little bit more accurate. I think when we've got the attack, because obviously there's going to be times when they've got the ball, and there's going to be times we're going to have to defend. What we want to make sure of is when we've got the ball, we respect the ball, we keep hold of it. We don't hand it over by handling errors, and we certainly don't kick poorly to them. That should put us under lots of pressure, which it did against Gloucester really. I think but the big thing is what we're expecting is a massive physical challenge. Obviously they're going to look to drive lineouts, and they're going to look to get penalties out of the scrum. There's nothing new in what they're going to do. It's up to us to try and front up in them areas really.
All right, best of luck.